Warning: if you're over 60 and still eating the traditional 3 square meals a day plus snacks, you could be sabotaging your metabolism and accelerating aging. Here's something that will shock you. A groundbreaking 2024 study from Johns Hopkins followed 4,200 adults over 60 and found that those who practiced time-restricted eating lost 3x more visceral fat than those following traditional calorie restriction while eating the same number of calories. That's right. When you eat matters more than what you eat. Dr. Mark Mattson, a neuroscientist who spent 25 years at the National Institute on Aging, finally revealed what the pharmaceutical industry has been trying to suppress. Intermittent fasting triggers cellular repair mechanisms that no medication can replicate. His controversial 2023 research showed that seniors who practiced strategic fasting had 71% better insulin sensitivity, 43% lower inflammation markers, and maintained 89% more muscle mass during weight loss compared to traditional dieting. If you're over 60 and struggling with stubborn belly fat, brain fog, low energy, or prediabetes, this applies to you. The medical establishment has kept you locked in a cycle of eating all day long. Breakfast is the most important meal. You need snacks to keep your metabolism going. Eating frequently prevents muscle loss. All lies designed to keep you buying more food and more medications. Here's what makes this urgent. After age 60, your body's ability to process glucose declines by 40%. Your cells become resistant to insulin. Fat accumulates around your organs. But time-restricted eating all your meals within a specific window each day, can reverse these changes in as little as 14 days. Method number 6, the 12-hour foundation. Fast. Let's start with the method that every senior over 60 should master before attempting anything more advanced. The 12-hour foundation fast sounds almost too simple to be effective, but here's what researchers discovered that changes everything. Your body operates on 2 fuel systems, sugar burning and fat burning. After age 60, most seniors are stuck in sugar burning mode 24/7 because they never give their body enough time between meals to switch over. Every time you eat, even a small snack, your insulin spikes and fat burning shuts down completely for 3 to 4 hours. Here's the science that shocked researchers. A 2023 study published in Cell Metabolism followed 892 adults aged 62 to 78 who simply extended their overnight fast from 8 to 9 hours to 12 hours. They changed nothing else. Same foods, same total calories. After 12 weeks, participants lost an average of 7 pounds of pure fat, improved their insulin sensitivity by 31%, and reduced inflammatory markers by 28%. But here's what's happening at the cellular level. When you fast for 12 hours, your body depletes its glycogen stores. That's the sugar stored in your liver and muscles. Once glycogen is depleted, your body must switch to burning fat. But it takes a full 12 hours to make this metabolic switch. If you're eating dinner at 7 p.m. and breakfast at 7 a.m., you hit that 12-hour mark perfectly. Here's how to implement the 12-hour foundation. Choose your eating window based on your lifestyle. If you prefer breakfast, eat from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. If you're not hungry in the morning, eat from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. The specific hours don't matter. The consistency does. Your body's circadian rhythm adapts to predictable patterns. During your 12-hour fast, you can have water, black coffee, plain tea, or sparkling water. Anything with calories, even just a splash of cream or a teaspoon of sugar, breaks the fast and stops fat burning. What to expect? Days 1-3 feel challenging if you've been snacking at night. You might feel hunger pangs around your old eating times. Push through. It's just habit, not actual hunger. By day 4 to 5, your hunger hormones reset. By week 2, you'll wake up with more energy, not less. A 68-year-old participant said, "I thought skipping my bedtime snack would be torture. Now I sleep better and wake up sharper than I have in years." Method number 5, the 14-hour metabolic reset. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Once you've mastered 12 hours for 2 to 3 weeks, extending to 14 hours unlocks a completely different level of metabolic benefits, specifically for seniors dealing with insulin resistance or prediabetes. After age 60, your pancreas produces insulin less efficiently, and your cells become resistant to it. This creates a vicious cycle. High insulin levels signal your body to store fat, making weight loss nearly impossible. But a 14-hour fast creates what researchers call insulin sensitivity training. The groundbreaking 2024 research from Stanford University tracked 1,240 seniors with prediabetes who practiced a 14-hour overnight fast for 16 weeks. Results were stunning. 64% reversed their prediabetes completely. Fasting glucose dropped by an average of 18 points, and HbA1c, the 3-month blood sugar average, improved by 0.7%, equivalent to the effect of metformin without the side effects. Dr. Sachin Panda, the world's leading researcher on circadian rhythm and eating, published shocking findings in 2023. A 14-hour fast aligns with your body's natural circadian clock. Your liver, pancreas, and fat cells all follow daily rhythms. Eating late at night disrupts these rhythms and accelerates metabolic disease. Here's the practical application. If you finish dinner by 6 p.m., you don't eat again until 8 a.m. If you're a late eater and finish at 8 p.m., don't eat until 10 a.m. This might mean skipping breakfast, and that's okay. Despite what you've been told, breakfast is not mandatory for seniors. But here's what shocked researchers most. Participants who ate their largest meal earlier in the day, lunch instead of dinner, experienced 43% better results. Your body's insulin sensitivity is highest in the morning and steadily declines throughout the day. Eating a large dinner is metabolically the worst time to consume calories. What to expect? During week 1, you might experience mild headaches as your body adapts. This is caffeine withdrawal if you've been adding cream and sugar to morning coffee. By week 2, mental clarity improves dramatically. By week 4, clothes fit looser around your waist even if the scale hasn't moved much. That's visceral fat melting. One 71-year-old man reported, "My doctor reduced my diabetes medication after just 6 weeks. She couldn't believe my blood sugar numbers." Method number 4, the 16-8 sweet spot. Welcome to the most researched, most effective, most sustainable fasting method for seniors over 60, the 16.8 protocol. You fast for 16 hours and eat all your meals within an 8-hour window. This is the sweet spot where serious fat loss, cellular repair, and disease prevention converge. Let's talk about what happens during hour 12-16 of fasting that changes everything. Your body enters a state called autophagy, Greek for self-eating. Your cells start breaking down and recycling damaged proteins, dysfunctional mitochondria, and cellular debris. Think of it as your body's internal cleaning service. A landmark 2024 study published in Nature Medicine followed 3,400 adults over 65 practicing 16.8 intermittent fasting for 1 year. The results stunned the medical community. Participants lost an average of 14 pounds, mostly visceral fat, reduced their risk of cardiovascular disease by 38%, improved cognitive function scores by 27%, and maintained 94% of their muscle mass, far better than traditional calorie restriction. But here's the cellular magic. Dr. Walter Longo, director of the Longevity Institute at USC, discovered that fasting for 16 hours triggers the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, essentially fertilizer for your brain. His 2023 research showed that seniors practicing 16.8 had 52% higher BDNF levels, which protects against Alzheimer's and age-related cognitive decline. Here's how to implement 16.8 safely. Most seniors find eating from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. most sustainable. You skip breakfast, eat a solid lunch, enjoy dinner with family, then fast overnight. Or choose 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. if you prefer earlier meals. The key is consistency. Your body thrives on routine. During your 8-hour eating window, focus on nutrient density, not junk food. This isn't a license to eat garbage. Prioritize protein, 30-40 gran per meal to preserve muscle, healthy fats, vegetables, and complex carbs. A common mistake, breaking your fast with sugary foods that spike insulin and negate the benefits. Critical tip for seniors: don't restrict calories too much. Eat your normal daily calories compressed into 8 hours. This isn't about starvation, it's about timing. Undereating triggers muscle loss, metabolic slowdown, and fatigue. What to expect? Week 1 is an adjustment. You'll think about food during your fasting window. Week 2 to 3, hunger patterns shift dramatically. By week 4, you'll have consistent energy throughout the day instead of the post-meal crashes. By week 8, fat loss accelerates, especially around your midsection. A 73-year-old woman shared, "I lost 18 pounds in 12 weeks without feeling deprived once. My arthritis pain decreased, my energy soared, and I'm off 2 medications." Method number 3, the alternate day light fast. This method separates casual fasters from serious health optimizers. Alternate day fasting means eating normally one day, then restricting to 500-600 calories the next day. Before you panic, this isn't as extreme as it sounds, and the anti-aging benefits are remarkable. Here's what happens during a 36-hour modified fast that pharmaceutical companies don't want you to know. Your body releases human growth hormone, HGH, at levels not seen since your 30s. HGH is the youth hormone. It preserves muscle, burns fat, tightens skin, and strengthens bones. A groundbreaking 2023 study at the University of Graz measured HGH levels in 156 seniors during alternate day fasting. Results were shocking. HGH increased by an average of 1,300% during fasting days. That's 13 times normal levels, equivalent to expensive HGH injections that cost thousands of dollars monthly. But here's the metabolic advantage for fat loss. Alternate day fasting prevents the metabolic adaptation that destroys traditional diets. When you diet every day, your metabolism slows to match reduced calories. But when you alternate between normal eating and fasting, your metabolism stays elevated because your body never knows what's coming next. A 2024 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology followed 680 overweight seniors for 24 weeks. The alternate day fasting group lost 22% more fat than the daily calorie restriction group, and they lost 43% less muscle. Preserving muscle after 60 is critical. Muscle loss accelerates disability and early death. Here's the safe implementation for seniors. On fasting days, consume 500-600 calories in 1 or 2 small meals. Example, a vegetable omelet, 300 cal at noon, and a large salad with grilled chicken, 300 cal at dinner. On eating days, eat normally. Don't binge or compensate. This creates a gentle caloric deficit without triggering metabolic slowdown. Important safety note, this method isn't for everyone. If you have a history of eating disorders, take medications requiring food, or have advanced diabetes, consult your doctor first. But for healthy seniors wanting maximum results, this is powerful. What to expect? The first fasting day feels long. You'll think about food, but hunger comes in waves. Wait 20 minutes and it passes. By your third fasting day, it becomes routine. By week 4, you'll notice your body prefers the fasting days. You feel lighter, sharper, more energized. After 12 weeks, fat loss is dramatic, especially if you've hit a plateau with other methods. One 69-year-old retired nurse lost 26 pounds in 16 weeks. I finally broke through the weight that wouldn't budge for 5 years. My doctor said my biological age reversed by 7 years based on my blood work. Method number 2, the 5.2. Flexible protocol for seniors who want powerful results but need more flexibility for social life, family dinners, and unpredictable schedules. The 5.2 method is perfect. You eat normally 5 days per week and practice modified fasting, 500-600 calories on 2 non-consecutive days. Here's why this works brilliantly for the over 60 crowd. It fits real life. You can schedule your fasting days around your week. Grandkids visiting this weekend? Make Monday and Thursday your fasting days. Holiday coming up? Adjust accordingly. The flexibility prevents the all-or-nothing mentality that destroys most diets. But here's the science that makes this effective. A 2024 British study published in JAMA followed 2,890 adults over 65 practicing 5.2 fasting for 1 year. They lost an average of 12 pounds, reduced their risk of type 2 diabetes by 58%, and, most remarkably, showed a 34% reduction in markers of cellular aging measured by telomere length. Dr. Michael Mosley, the physician who popularized the 5-2 diet, published updated research in 2023 specifically for seniors. 2 days of modified fasting provides 80% of the metabolic benefits of more aggressive fasting protocols with significantly better adherence. Seniors maintained this approach for an average of 18 months, far longer than any traditional diet. The psychological advantage is massive. Knowing you can eat normally tomorrow makes fasting days mentally manageable. You're not giving up your favorite foods forever, just delaying them by 24 hours. This prevents the deprivation mindset that leads to binge eating and diet failure. Here's the optimal implementation. Choose Tuesday and Friday as your fasting days, or Monday, Thursday, just not consecutive. On fasting days, many seniors prefer one substantial 500-600 calorie meal at dinner, allowing them to fast all day then eat with family. Others split it into two 250-300 calorie mini meals. Best foods for fasting days: high protein, high fiber, low calorie options that provide satiety. Examples: large vegetable soup with lean protein, egg white omelet with vegetables, Greek yogurt with berries, grilled fish with roasted vegetables. Avoid carbs and sugar on fasting days. They spike insulin and increase hunger. What to expect? The first fasting day feels challenging. You're hyper aware of food. The second fasting day, later in the week, is easier. By week 3 to 4, fasting days become routine, almost easy. Many seniors report feeling better on fasting days. Clearer thinking, more energy, better mood. By month 3, the fat loss is obvious, and your relationship with food fundamentally changes. A 74-year-old grandfather reported, "I've maintained a 20-pound loss for 8 months. I actually like my fasting days now. I feel sharper and more productive. My wife joined me, and we're both healthier than we've been in a decade." Method number 1, the circadian-aligned 18.6 protocol. We've arrived at the most powerful fasting method for maximum fat loss, cellular repair, and longevity after age 60. The 18.6 protocol aligned with your circadian rhythm. You fast for 18 hours and eat within a 6-hour window, but the timing of that window makes all the difference. Here's what cutting-edge chronobiology research revealed that changes everything. Your body's fat-burning machinery is controlled by your circadian clock. Every cell in your body, especially your liver, pancreas, and fat cells, operates on a 24-hour rhythm. When you eat in sync with this rhythm, you burn fat effortlessly. When you fight it, you store fat even on a calorie deficit. A revolutionary 2024 study from the Salk Institute tracked 1,780 seniors using continuous glucose monitors while practicing 18.6 fasting at different times of day. The shocking finding: seniors who ate from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., early time-restricted eating, lost 31% more fat than those who ate from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m., despite identical calorie intake. Early eating aligned with natural insulin sensitivity patterns. But here's the metabolic breakthrough. Dr. Courtney Peterson at the University of Alabama discovered that eating earlier in the day, when insulin sensitivity is highest, allows you to eat more carbs without storing fat. Her 2023 research showed that seniors eating the same meal at breakfast versus dinner had 44% better glucose control and 38% higher fat oxidation. The 18-6 circadian protocol works like this. Eat your first meal at 8 a.m. Eat your last meal by 2 p.m. Fast from 2 p.m. until 8 a.m. the next morning. This gives you 18 hours of fat burning overnight and into the next morning, perfectly aligned with your body's natural rhythms. Now here's what shocked researchers. Participants practicing early 18-6 reported 0 evening hunger after 2 weeks. Your hunger hormones completely reset. One 70-year-old participant said, "I thought I'd be starving every evening. Instead, I have more energy at night than I did when I was eating dinner. I read, spend time with family, sleep like a baby." The anti-aging benefits are extraordinary. During hours 16-18 of fasting, autophagy, your cellular cleanup process, reaches peak activity. Damaged proteins get recycled, dysfunctional mitochondria get cleared. Your cells literally regenerate. A 2024 study using specialized imaging found that 18-hour fasting increased autophagy markers by 290% compared to 12-hour fasting. Critical implementation tips. This is advanced. Don't start here. Master 12-hour, then 14-hour, then 16-hour fasting first. Jumping straight to 18.6 often fails. Your body needs time to become metabolically flexible, efficient at burning both sugar and fat. During your 6-hour window, eat 2 substantial meals. Breakfast at 8 a.m., high protein, healthy fats, complex carbs. Early lunch at 1 p.m., same macros. Don't try cramming 3 meals into 6 hours. You'll feel stuffed and miserable. What to expect? Week 1 to 2 of 18.6 is challenging even if you've done 16.8. Your body is adapting to deeper fat-burning states. You might feel fatigued by evening. That's temporary. By week 3, energy stabilizes at high levels all day and evening. By week 6 to 8, fat loss accelerates dramatically, particularly stubborn belly fat. Mental clarity becomes razor sharp. Many seniors report feeling more alert than they did at age 50. A 67-year-old retired executive adopted 18.6 circadian fasting after struggling with metabolic syndrome. 6 months later, he lost 32 pounds, reversed his prediabetes, eliminated his blood pressure medication, and his doctor said his blood work looked 10 years younger. He stated, "This isn't a diet. It's how humans are supposed to eat. I'll never go back to grazing all day." Let's bring this all together. You've just discovered 6 time-restricted eating methods that can transform your metabolism, burn stubborn fat, and reverse aging at the cellular level, all without counting calories, buying special foods, or following complicated meal plans. Start with the 12-hour foundation fast. Master it for 2 to 3 weeks, then progress to 14 hours. Once comfortable, move to the 16.8 sweet spot. This is where most seniors find their permanent lifestyle. If you want maximum results and have no medical contraindications, explore alternate day fasting, the 5.2 protocol, or the advanced 18.6 circadian method.